Cobra is a fantastic, spectacular, and solid mid-1980s action thriller movie, which came just after Sly's success with Rocky IV and Rambo 2. I enjoyed Sly's performance as Marion Cobretti, who is a badass and wisecracking protagonist who has many good one-liners, such as "You're a disease and I'm the cure and this where the law stops and I start." Brian Thompson as the Night Slasher is a very ruthless, intimidating and menacing villain who believes that the strong should rule and take control of society. Bridget Nielsen as businesswoman and model Ingrid Knudsen was decent. Detective Monty is basically the jerkus you love to hate and are waiting for him to receive his comeuppance. The action set pieces are intense and well done, such as the car chase with Cobra and the Night Slasher and the final battle at the steel mill. Sylvester Levy's score is passable and has lots of great songs like Angel of the City by Robert Tepper and Voice of America's Sons from John Cafferty. George P. Cosmatos, who previously directed Rambo 2, does a fairly decent job directing the movie. I loved the message about police officers having to deal with an excessive amount of red tape which gets in the way of them actually doing their job and stopping criminals. Plus, seeing Cobretti beat up Detective Monty and mocking his liberal beliefs was satisfying to watch. The movie does have a few downsides, like the editing at times can feel sloppy and numerous deleted scenes that shouldn't have been left on the cutting room floor. It just makes the pacing move both too slow and too fast at the same time. A fascist quasi-psychopath cop protagonist is the only defense against a genocidal, socially Darwinistic cult. This is the ultimate American nightmare through the eyes of an exhausted and fed-up Greek immigrant, and it's a campy blast. It doesn't get any more blatant than the American flags in every shot and gratuitous Reagan portrait in Gonzalez's office. Way more clever and self-aware than it gets credit for. This is like proto-RoboCop. Stallone's brute of the law is practically a villain. His near-obsessive compulsion to violence makes his kills of even the most evil criminals seem off-putting and disturbing. Good thing criminals don't come any more evil than the Night Slashers, a genocidal cult of all different shapes, colors, and sizes united by a social Darwinist nightmare of a new world. Their leader, the Night Slasher, is an outright demonic force courtesy of Brian Thompson. A monster, even more of a deviant pleasure killer than Stallone's Cobretti. Stallone's script gives him just enough restraint and cleverness to make him interesting, yet consistently terrifying. His battle with Cobretti at the steel mill is a kind of Freddy vs. Jason, evil against evil. It's extremely compelling and suspenseful throughout, surrounded by about 13 different potential environmental kills. The direction is gorgeous. I'll even go out of my way to say the best looking of any 80s action movie. George Cosmatos sure loves his vibrant reds and blues, giving Cobra an almost comic book-like aesthetic that pops right off the frame. The sound design isn't much worse. The clanking of axes, the ripping of flesh, the thundering of gunshots. This is one of those movies with a very distinct and memorable collection of sounds. I've been a fan of the gorgeous Bridget Nielsen for a long time. My crush aside, I just find her a genuinely compelling actress. She isn't very good here, though it's hardly her fault, playing an exceptionally shallow character very early in her career. Still, she deserved better than a script that just has her as a mandatory love interest, and she does have excellent moments that go underappreciated. Those screams of horror as the Night Slasher closes in on her at the hospital sound shockingly genuine, and the little quirks she adds to the character, like her messy eating and laid-back attitude, are very appreciated. Renny Santoni fates much better as Sergeant Gonzalez, Cobretti's best friend on the force and frequent partner. While his goofy comedic timing are expected virtues, he steps up his dramatic game by the end and never feels like he's letting Cobra do the heavy lifting, even holding his own in a thrilling action sequence near the end. Overall, Cobra is a fantastic and solid action film. It gets a 10-star rating. Let us know if the comments below. Like, dislikes, subscribe, hit button notification. What's your opinion on this film? Or thanks for watching, see you later. Bye.